Hello guys and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be looking at another opening video, and this opening goes after d4, d5, bishop f4. This can also be played after knight f6, bishop f5, and then d5. So you're going to see a lot of that in the next video. So when they go when they go pawn to d5, you if you, you obviously have to play bishop f4 the London opening, and here you have like two choices. Okay, you want to play black wants to play a combination of knight f6, e6, c5, and yeah, that's what he wants to play, and you want to play e3, e3, c3, and then also bishop d6. By the way, trading off bishop. You want to play c3, e3, knight f3, bishop d3, and then castles. So that's your idea, and that's the main ideas in the one. So you can play knight f6, and if you follow the move order, so like knight f3, c5, e3, knight c6. You can also play that, by the way. And c3, e6, knight bd2, bishop d6, bishop g3, castles, bishop d3. So this is what both of the players want in the opening. So notice you can't take, because when pawn takes, you're gonna open up the bishop and the rook, and you're gonna play queen c2 and castle, maybe double up the rooks, and you're just gonna have a terrible attack on the king. So that's why you should not take the bishop. And also, whenever they do that, for example, let's just say in this position they play d3, you play d3, and then they play this move. Just go back. Don't play something stupid like c4. The thing is, after you play c4, they're just gonna take, and then you're gonna have like the bad pawn structure. So London is recommended by uh, me. The London is recommended uh, for beginners to play because it's a lot simple. It's a lot simple because the ideas of the London is bishop c4, knight f3, e3, c6, bishop d3, and castles. And then maybe bishop g3. So that's why the London is recommended by a lot of players. So a lot of the one thing that a lot of beginners do is that they play knight c2, knight c6. So if they play something like this, um, you should not play this move. I'll tell you why. Because in queen's pawn openings, so like the d4 and like both of these are out before the e pawns move. So in these kind of positions, you want to play e3, right, to block this pawn. So the idea, it's seen a lot in the queen's gambit. So like right here, and let's play knight f3. You can't play this move because you need to protect this pawn with the pawn. But in this case, it is well protected. But like after like a couple moves, white is gonna like stack up pressure on this pawn and somehow gonna like win it back. So um, you either have to play c5 first. If your opponent plays c5, let's just say, yeah, if your opponent plays c5, you have to play c3 to block, to protect that pawn. So that's one thing you want to know. Okay, bishop f4. And there's also like a tricky line after like c4. In here, just play e3 or c3, and yeah, you just play like normal London stuff. Okay, yeah, knight f3, and then it's just standard c3, knight here, and let's just say they go here. And by the way, if they like in one point play this move. This is really bad because when the bishop moves like to like e2 or f, not f1, but like if the bishop moves to e2, you can play b3. You can play b3, and then you can take with the queen, and that's gonna like that queen's gonna be very active, and like maybe in the future you want to play e4, pawn takes, knight takes, and then bishop takes. So that's the normal ideas of the London, and if they like reverse London you back, which is bishop f4, if they like copy you, play c4, and at some point like e3, e3, e6, then play c4. If they play c5, that's gonna be a really bad move because you can take, and then the bishop is gonna be really active on your side, and notice how their bishop cannot uh, be first because after bishop takes knight c6, then you can play knight e5, pressuring this knight to move, and it's going to be really bad for black. Oh, before I want to leave, before I'm going to leave, I'm going to show you a weapon against the the position the for white. I mean black. So if your opponent plays bishop f4, I'd recommend playing knight c6. But do not play this if you reach the rating of 1100. I'll tell you why. Because let's just say they play a normal move, okay? Um, so e3, pretty normal, right? Now you want to play the move like f6. Why? You want to play e5. So, but this is going to be really bad after a couple moves, and you might also for white. So you might also want to check out um, um, uh, um, a video that's a good YouTuber did about the London. His name is Gotham Chess, and you search up Gotham Chess London in YouTube, and the ideas are pretty simple. You have to play e5 to attack this bishop, and you want to like dominate the center. So what do? Honestly, if you get hit by this, just play normal moves. When they play this here, 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 and then just go back. I don't think this is good for white, but I think you can make some play um, on this pawn. So that's just my, for example, like bishop b5 and then takes. So yeah, I think that's how you play. You're supposed to play this, but also you can go to chess.com's database, and you can also look at like c4 variations as well. And yes, that is the London opening, and see y'all in the next one. Also, my next video is going to be about how to be a grandmaster. So if you guys are really good at chess, you might want to watch the next video because you have a chance of becoming a grandmaster.